Alright, goddammit, this is my last time talking to somebody off Tinder. So I met this girl on Tinder, right? And she was beautiful, but all her pictures was from the neck up. So whatever, anyways. So we go to meet up. I'm in the parking lot waiting on her. She pulls up. First of all, she's smoking on a 6-inch long fucking cigarette. Like, damn, I didn't know this bitch said she was a mechanic, but whatever. And one thing I always ask a woman before we meet is how tall she is, because honestly, I'm not looking up to kiss no goddamn body. Anyways, I forgot. So she gets out of the car. She's a good 6'1", 6'2", maybe somewhere along in there. Hold on, that ain't even the worst part. Standing straight up. This bitch body was an upside down 75-degree angle. I shit you not. She was a refrigerator up top and a light pole down below. She ain't had no ass. None. Her back pockets were touching. So she went to go say hey, and then all I heard was I was like, damn, this bitch about to die. Then she hugged me like I was her child. I'm like, bitch,
tell me about the worst date you've ever been on.
So definitely not the worst, but one of the most interesting was when I was living in West LA and Tinder was up and coming. So I was swiping my little heart out. I matched with this guy and he immediately messaged me and was like, hey, how spontaneous are you? And I thought to myself, not that spontaneous, but I said, super, what's up? And he was like, can you be ready in an hour? And I said, absolutely. And he said, wear something nice. And I said, ooh. And so I got ready and he came to pick me up at my apartment. I do not recommend getting in cars with strangers, but I did. We start going down the 405 and just like chit-chatting because we literally don't know anything about each other. Then we get on the 10. I'm like, oh, we're gonna go somewhere in Santa Monica, how cute. But then he pulls up on PCH and I'm like, oh, Malibu? We end up at this cliffside restaurant in Malibu, super nice, super bougie. I don't even remember the name of it. We go inside, we go to this like private back room that has this amazing view, and there are 10 people sitting at a table. We walk inside, everyone turns and is like, oh my god, Orion, you brought her. And I'm like, oh my god, Orion, what the fuck? I was
on Hinge and I was looking around and I saw that this girl liked me and we started talking, and then I see her occupation says comedian/podcaster and I think, that's not a real job, but I was intrigued. So we're talking and I decided to go get a drink with her tonight, and like most people I decided to look up her social media pages and I see that she has a TikTok where she reviews all of her dates.
Okay, hello. So tonight I went on another date.
And I'm thinking, okay, I could be roasted in front of 70,000 followers, like no big deal. But then I see this.
You're acting like I'm dating to find true love when I'm actually dating to find content and like 2 free margaritas on a Monday night.
And I'm thinking that's perfect because I hate only buying 2 drinks when I go out. I prefer to buy 4. I just knew that she was the one. And then I saw this.
Now that I live in Chicago, my thought was that I was just gonna start going on dates with a ton of finance douchebags to get material for my TikTok.
Now that's where she took it too far. I am not a douchebag finance major. I majored in accounting. So I'm scrolling through her page and some of her stuff is actually pretty funny. So I have the idea to ask my friends to give me fun things to do on the date that might make it in her recap. And obviously I have to ask for help because
straight white men typically aren't super creative.
So on this date, I will be saying the word bazinga at least 3 times. I'm gonna bring up my college a cappella group over and over again as if I'm like reliving the glory days. And I'm gonna clean myself like a cat at least twice. So if you have any interest in seeing how this goes, follow me and I will post how the date went, if she reacts, and when the wedding is.
So I have a date tonight and I was not planning on having a date tonight, but then the funniest thing happened with a Tinder guy and I can't say no to this. So he messages me on Tinder and he says, so where do I sign up? And I said, just keep walking down the hall, first door on your left, because I was like, I'm gonna be funny. And then he responds with, it says, detention, am I in trouble? And I was like, I don't like this vibe. So I changed it and I said, sir, this is a Wendy's. So he said, in that case, can I get a large fry and a Frosty, make a snap, I have places to be? I ended up asking like, oh, where do you have to be? He said, in your DMs. So I sent him my Instagram and this is what happened. So he slid in my DMs and ended up asking me to send him my resume. So as a joke, I was like, you know what, screw it, why not? This is gonna be funny. So I sent it to him. So this is what he sends me back, and I was like, okay, sure, whatever. And then I was just expecting a regular phone call, but he FaceTimed me, and I had no makeup on, and I was like, oh no, but I answered it anyways, and we ended up FaceTiming for like 20 minutes, and now we're going on a date tonight, and I'll update you guys after.
Hello, today we are going on Tinder as a woman. Can I just say, you can literally say anything to guys on Tinder, and they will still reply, like, look. So he says, hey there, ocean lover, I say, hey. He said, how's your night going? So I say, just finished my shift at the deli. going to play some beach volleyball at my boyfriend's house. Yours? He says, oh, which deli? I'm guessing you're an athletic person as well, or is that part of bonding time with your boyfriend? Mine went well, just preparing to move into a new place. Man is starving. He is on Tinder, speaking to a girl about her boyfriend. This guy says, I was next level happy when I saw this. By this, I think he refers to the match. He says, P.S. I'm so bad at pickup lines, whatever. So I said, would you still be happy if I told you I have a foot fetish? He said, I don't think you could get more attractive. Guys, cancel the COVID vaccine. Our species needs to be extinct. Please, I don't want to see this.
It's called when you get catfished, not by someone's appearance, but by their dating app bio. A while ago, I went on a date with a guy who put in his bio that he was a surgeon. We meet up for coffee, I'm making small talk, so I'm like, what kind of surgery do you do? He goes, oh, I do surgery on rats. And I was like, oh, that's cool. Are you a vet or are you doing research in a lab or something? And he's like, oh no, I'm self-employed. And I'm like, oh, interesting. And he was like, yeah, I've just been doing rat lobotomies in my basement. I haven't quite figured out what I want to do with all these rat brains yet, so I'm just practicing until I figure it out.
What's up, guys? It's been a minute. Took a very long 6-month off season, I guess you could say, from the Tinder pickup lines, but here we are back with part 8. Today we matched with Paige, and I started her off. I say, would you prefer a pickup line, roast, or compliment? She picks roast, so here we go. So I said, you seem like a nice girl, but you love attention, and that's why you're on Tinder. You're not actually on here to meet someone, you're just here looking for reassurance from this app that you're attractive. You probably made Tinder as a joke, just to see the people you're capable of matching with. Not even a week at the beach with your family could steer you away from the attention and reassurance that Tinder offers you. I'm guessing Paige was not very amused by this because she never answered. So Paige, if you see this, no hard feelings, I'm sorry. This came the same night that the Sixers collapsed and broke my heart. So I was not in a very good mood, and I guess I took it out on you.
Okay, so I have to close the door for this. So my roommate is hooking up with a guy, and I'm hooking up with a guy. And the other day we were both hooking up at the same time, right? So we're like both getting laid. Miss Apple was in the hallway. And then we found out yesterday that they're friends. They were both at our house, but didn't know. They were like, they're both getting laid in the same house, and they had no idea that the other one was like there. So they're coming over again, and I guess we're just gonna like have some tea or something. How do you be like, have fun, bro?
If anyone's curious what it's like to be a girl on dating apps, I just thought I'd like to share. So he says, hey, and I say, hey back, and he says, how was your day? And then he says, I wanted to bend you over last night. Really a gentleman. I couldn't ask for more.
Alrighty, so today we have Austin, and unfortunately he not only ghosted me, but he ghosted my dog as well. So Tinder goes well, we start texting, he's telling me that he's quarantined with his dog, and because I love dogs, I asked what type, and he said, oh, black lab, and I was like, wait, same, that's my dog. We started exchanging pics of our dogs and asking questions like how old he was, where you got him, and we got it from the same place. I then proceed to send a picture of my dog, which is that's the day that we adopted her. He then sends his dog, which they look exactly the same. And then we proceed to figure out that they're around the same age, that they were adopted from the same place around the same time, and they're probably siblings. So naturally, he tells me, we have to go on a date now, we have to go for the dogs, but you still ghosted me. So Austin, you can ghost me all you want, I don't care.
But don't deprive my poor dog of her brother. Come on.
Weirdest or funniest message you've ever received on Tinder? I will go first. So I received this masterpiece in March of 2020, which, if I must say, the timing is immaculate. Okay, so this is gonna sound like I'm messing with you, but I promise I'm not. I was recently diagnosed with cardiovascular malexia. You can Google it if you want. Basically, I don't get enough blood flow to my ears, so they're slowly freezing, and they'll soon fall off, and it'll spread to my inner ear. Then, eventually, my brain. Unfortunately, there is no cure, but there is one treatment. I need to warm my ears constantly to prolong the inevitable end, and the only material soft enough is the inner thigh of a beautiful girl, so I'm asking you strictly for medical reasons, please sit on my face. Alexander, if you're out there, so sorry I didn't respond. this was quite the masterpiece you created, but
so the other day I was on Tinder and I matched this guy named Hirsch, and Hirsch's opening line was, "Or delicious, why are you so cute but so fucking fat?" And then he decides to go say, "Oh my god, four. I meant four." Good job, Hirsch. You're an idiot. Yes, Hirsch, you are an idiot.
Hey, I like that hoodie. Thanks, LOL. What's up? So what's your major? Aerospace engineering. Oh wow, that's really cool. What do you want to do with that? Really want to work for NASA. It's my dream. Really cool. Yeah. So, did you want to ask me anything to keep the conversation going? Yeah, I'm not really a big question asker, but you can ask me stuff. I have 2 siblings. Cool. I have an older brother. He's in the Navy. Cool. Yeah. Haha, we should meet up. But this isn't a good conversation. Why would I want to continue it in person? This just isn't the right fit. How? How what? Oh, are you one of those girls? What kind of girls? I bet you have BLM or a pride flag in your bio. Haha. What's funny about that? I don't know. LOL. We should meet up. LMAO. Do you like anime? What? How about cars? Video games? Thoughts on White Claws? Are you only asking me about things that you like? Yeah, to know if we're compatible. You mean if I'm exactly like you or not, right? Well, yeah, that is not what compatibility is. We should meet up. LOL.
So this girl has Tinder. She thought she started to write on this, right? But then he pulled out this picture of himself and she said, "Wait a damn minute." And we came to realize that it is him, but she was looking at the wrong guy.
If you're somehow seeing this, it's literally a miracle because this account has 0 followers. I made it so that I could post things without my mom seeing. But this is the story of the time I used Tinder to go on a road trip. God, okay. So basically, I changed my Tinder bio to only match if you're ready to go on a road trip, potentially today. So picture this, I'm lying in bed, it's 1 a.m. I'm like ready for bed in my PJs, okay? Swiping on Tinder, as you do, and I get this message. Pause to read, because I don't have a lot of time. Okay, but yeah, basically I was like, bet, like don't test me, like I'll go. He called me, he's like, okay, cool, like I'm on the way, you sure you want to go? And I was like, yeah. Rolls up in his Mustang. This man, if you don't have Tinder, it has like your top songs on your profile, right? So he made a playlist with my top songs and his top songs because he wanted me to have music to listen to. Oh my god, there's not enough time. But basically we're listening to like rap and pop the whole time, right? And then Love Story by Taylor Swift comes on and I was like that's embarrassing. And he was like, no, like this is your shit, own it. So this man screamed Taylor Swift with me on the highway at 3 a.m. And we did hang out again if you want to hear about it.
Crappy Tinder date part 3. So I went out on this date. It was at some steakhouse and I ordered this steak mac and cheese combo and it came with an additional side. I ate all of it. He had a side of loaded mashed potatoes that he didn't touch and I asked if I could have it and then I ate all of that. And then once I was done with that, he proceeded to ask me if he needed to take me somewhere to buy food if I was too poor for food or something. And I was just like, no, it's called I can eat. Have you not been with a girl who can honestly I can clean my plate and clean your plate. That shouldn't happen. I want a guy that like won't judge me for how much food I can eat in one sitting. Like,